is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 82. Nasdaq's up 24. S&Ps are up 8.5. Gold contract down $2.10, trading at $12.51 an ounce. Silver up 5 cents, $15.86 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $2.95 a pound. Light sweet crude up 65 cents, $57.37 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 1 tick, 124.10. 30-year bond up 152.30. King dollar's up 86 ticks, trading 93.500. King dollar continues to have a hard time holding price. The euro is at 117 3/4 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at 113.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. So first, let's take a look at the world of the S&Ps using the SPY. So what we have out here is this. We go south this week, well, last Friday. So first off, last Friday, we have a high volume low out here that wants to get tested. That high volume low, $260.76. We come down with 164 million shares. Bottom line, you're going into that area with 43. Now that's on the daily. We take this and we put this on the weekly, and what you're going to see here on the weekly, what we've done is this. We've got over the high of last week. We've had lighter volume, and we're going to close at lower price. That is typically a test. You have the test on lighter volume. You close underneath it, and that's saying that you're going to pull back. Last week, the high was 266.05. We did 521 million. This week, we got over that high. Right now, you're at 368 million. So the way that's set up, that's set up that we can make a run, number one, to the high volume low on the daily, 260. More than likely, you're going to make a run to 270, 257. 257 is just bottom line where we last time that we had volume, which was on the week of the 27th of October. Now, let's go into the NDX 100. So the NDX 100, that little baby comes down also with volume. We do a counter trend bounce with light volume. The difference in the NDX 100 is this, folks, is that each day since last Friday that we came down hard, the NDX 100 has been selling off coming into the close. So your high volume low on the NDX 100, that's already got tested. That was 153. We went from a price point of 157 to 153. On Tuesday, we got down to 152.10. What we're doing now, you're going up and you're going into that downdraft with dramatically lighter volume. The key here, out here today, is going to be this. We hit $155.53 today. You're coming into a separate downdraft that came out here on Monday. You're doing that with 51 million, you're going to do 21 million. If we get the same type of sell-off, which I expect we're going to do coming into this close out here, and we get a close inside the Qs at 154.55 or lower, which is 12 more cents from where we are, that would be another failure. And where I'm going with that, that number there was the high of Tuesday. So right now we're trading over it. You close underneath it. It's like, you know what? They like selling this baby off, which is a change, a dramatic change, by the way, how this market has traded for quite some time. Now, gold contract. Let's get into that gold contract. So, gold contract out here, GCG8. Gold contract gets down to a price point today of $1244.40. We rejected lower price. You've done 265,000 contracts. So for a Friday, not bad. Bottom line, now what gold is going to need to do is this. So what gold had done, gold come down yesterday on 326,000. You did 265 today. So you have the rejection of price. Now what we need is coming into next week, you need a sign of strength. Now, which is going to be pretty wild is this, is that we have the Fed meeting on the 13th, 12th and 13th. So bottom line, right now, the probability is very high, meaning 98% that they're going to go up on short-term rates. So the market knows that. The kicker here is going to be, what the market doesn't know is that what is going to be inside the statement that the Fed comes out with. And that statement very well may give us an indication of how many times short-term rates are going to rise in the 2018 year. We're right next to it. This is where we are right now. So I expect that's what you're going to see. If we go take a look at the rest of the commodity market out here, in general, these commodities have got whacked, and they've got whacked pretty good. Today, you still had sugar down 1.8%. Soybeans are down 0.2%. Gold was basically down 1/10. Natural gas. So let's go to natural gas. We have a lot of traders that are looking at the natural gas market. Natural gas got down to a price point today of $2.77. You're at $2.79 right now. Bottom line, folks, it doesn't look to me like this natural gas market has bottomed. If you take a look at the natural gas market and you go back and we put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see out here that is laying out here that is really dangerous inside the natural gas market is that we've been in this consolidation. Now, the consolidation that we've been in started in July of 2016. I expect you're going to see natural gas run down to this 252. You know, we got into the 275 area today. Cold fronts are coming in everywhere. That's the bottom line. And guess what? It doesn't matter. You know, bottom line, looks like we got more natural gas. So more supply than demand. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials up 88, NASDAQ up 25, S&P's up 9. We're coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 80. You get the Nasdaq up 20. S&Ps are up by 7.5. And let's go over to the NQs. We're talking about the aspect that each and every day since last Friday, the NQs have had a hard time. The NQs, folks, is the Nasdaq 100. That has had a hard time holding price coming into the close. What that means specifically, of course, is that you have sellers inside that market. So if we go take a look at that market right now, what you're going to see, it looks to me like it's going to be the same type of close. Once again, coming into this close, what we've done thus far is this. The high in the NQs this morning, and they get a nice high going. It was 63.79. Right now, we are at 63.37. We have a high volume low from this afternoon at 20 past 2 at 63.35. So number one, I suspect we're going to go for it. Number two, more than likely you're going to break it, because what you have here, when you get a week of markets that are selling into the close on a Friday, and you're coming into a Friday, it's pretty hard to break that down. That's what it really comes down to. Markets that are up, it's the same situation. If they're always buying into the close, guess what? It's a lot easier to buy into the close. When they're selling into the close, it just goes the opposite way. So this will be intriguing watching how we do come into this close out here. We go with, we'll switch gears and go to Bitcoin for a second. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you're going to see on the top and on the side, you're going to see the Nadex platform. You can test drive this platform. It's a great platform, number one. You're particularly going to want to do that because of the fact that a week from this Monday, they will be trading spreads on Bitcoin. Now, the platform itself and Nadex itself is defined, they trade defined option contracts. So having defined risk is a huge deal. In this particular case, this is just really cool so that you can see exactly how Bitcoin is trading. It starts trading on Sunday night. So my point is this. You can go bring up the demonstration model. You don't have to open a real model. You can open the demonstration model. What they will do is that they will deposit paper money into your account, and then you can see how these trade. So the CME, the Chicago Board of Option Trade, the CBOE, is starting to trade these on Sunday night. So the action's going to start there on Sunday night. You can see the fluctuations going up and down. We'll see what kind of market we get, meaning do we actually get a two-way market? And that's what's going to be important. The margins are going to be 44% at the beginning. And the margins themselves are going to be checked twice a day. Starting a week from today, the Chicago Merc, which is the largest exchange in the world, are going to be trading them. On Monday, the following Monday, that's when you're going to be able to trade defined option contracts on a weekly basis on the Nadex platform, because what's going to happen is that the price structure from the CME is going to be taken from the Nadex platform. The Nadex platform is going to work off that structure. So if you want to see the Wild West out here, bottom line, and it's free. That's the other side of it, folks. And if you don't get future quotes, if you pay for any quotes at all, the Nadex platform has real quotes in there free, which just in itself is a huge score. Bitcoin out here today, it traded a low of 13,881, a high of 17,027. You know, so let's see. I believe they all will sell Bitcoin and they will all buy natural gas. Oh, this is so funny. Well, we have a question. Why would anyone pay for quotes? Well, guess what? Plenty of people pay for real quotes, live quotes. Yeah. If you're a professional, I have to pay 3 different places for live quotes, just so you understand that. What happens is that if you're a professional trader and you're marked as that, you have to pay for quotes all the time, and you pay up the nose too, by the way. And they match all the different broker dealers. There's plenty of people that pay for quotes. That's why the exchanges are so rich. That's the bottom line. So anyway, you can check it out over the weekend. Sunday night, it's going to get going, and we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. What's going to be intriguing, no doubt, is that will they be able to get a two-way market going? What I expect you're going to see, hey, we'll find out. But by next Friday, a couple weeks into this, they'll be able to get a two-way market going. Now, let's go take a look inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness out here. So, strength out here today was Alexa Pharmaceutical. That's up 8%. You got Mylan Pharmaceutical up 4%. You got Western Digital up 3%. You get Vertex Pharmaceutical up 3.4%. Taken away from it, you get Fox is down 2.4%. Autodesk is down 2%. And AMAT is down 1.8%. What you do have inside these, if we go to AMAT for a second and take a look at it, what you're going to see is that more than likely what we have here on AMAT is a very large ABC structure on the way down. AMAT hit a high of $60 November 17th. We hit a low, fast and furious, at $48 on the 5th of December. And what you have out here now is this, is that you have the aspect that you got to a price point today of $53.79, couldn't hold price, you're at $51.33. It's going to go after this high volume low, and we'll see whether it's an ABC down. You know, we bring this back a little bit, and oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this is really dangerous. Okay, so check this out. We just took, this came off the highs with volume and had followed through on volume. So we make a high with 72 million shares. You come off the high with 71.9 million shares. You follow through this week with 87 million shares. That sets up, number one, a test of $45. And if you still get that selling, then you get big problems, you know, because that's the breakout area, you know, and because we know that these equities, they haven't pulled back for years, you know, and let's go take a look at LRCX, Lam Research. Same setup. Okay, so Lam come off its high of 219, gets down to 175, monster pullback. My God, 27.30. That's 37 points. 37 points in 7 days. Does a counter trend bounce up to 193 today, gives it up, put this on a weekly. Yeah, this is a big problem too. So picture on a weekly, what you have is this. Now this one's a monster problem. We make a high the week of November 24th. We make that high with $219, 6.7 million. We'll add in for Thanksgiving another 2 million. Let's say 8 million, 10 million, whatever you want to do. You can add in almost anything on this one because the way it came off the high. It comes off the high with 23 million. Goes from a price point of 215 to 180. Goes to another low of 175 this week, and you can have another 20 million. Huge problem. This is making its way down to 157. You're at 187 right now. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 84. Nasdaq is up 28. S&Ps are up 9.5. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are up 84. You get the Nasdaq up 27. S&Ps are up 9.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30. And don't forget, folks, Dave's got an outstanding show right here at TFNN every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance, which is his daily newsletter, and then he has the Tech Insider, which is his investments newsletter. Now, the way you can get either one of them is you go over to TFNN. You just hit newsletters. If you like the Path, you hit the trading newsletter. You hit the Tech Insider, hit the investment newsletter. And don't forget, folks, so over the weekend, right, All our programming also is on YouTube. And a very easy way to get all our programming, you know, I always say that you can go to TFNN, you hit the banner on the right-hand side. Well, a really easy way is this. You go to YouTube, you subscribe, so you go to TFNN Corporate YouTube. You hit one button on your phone, you subscribe. What happens is this, is that they say every time that we're putting a new program on, you will get a notification. If you want to listen to it, great. You just open it up. Every hour on the hour from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, we do updates at the top of the hour, a 3-minute update. You get those. If you'd like to get any of those, the easiest way to do is subscribe and hit it, and you're going to see how easy it is. Dave White, what's going on?
24/7 Bitcoin, isn't it?
It certainly is. Yeah, no
I did
doubt.
want to talk about one thing about Bitcoin before we go on to some other things, because I thought it was rather interesting. But there's Ethereum and there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it's at least from, if you believe Ethereum's line, the problem is that you just can't do the transactions fast enough, because you actually have to get the entire account ledger back each time there's a change in it. Everybody has to download the same account ledger. So Ethereum is one of these that thought that you could just do a kind of a subset of that. But there's a new game out called CryptoKitties, and it's kind of like training Beanie Babies for $1 or $2. And it kind of took over the Ethereum for a few days, but it kind of broke the ability for anybody to actually move anything. So it kind of broke the idea that, yes, it was the great thing for online purchasing, i.e., because you don't have to move all that data back and forth.
Meaning it broke the Ethereum theory that you could do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay.
There's two different things. Ethereum says I can get just a subset of the books, update them, and then send them back, and everybody will be happy. In Bitcoin, you literally have to store all the accounts and all the transactions, and every time someone changes one, you need to get all of those back and change the whole thing. So the idea was that if you're doing point of purchase or credit card stuff, Bitcoin's just never going to work. No one will be able to move all that data around fast enough. So the idea was, we'll just use a smaller subset of the data, maybe just the changes, something like that with the Ethereum. And that really kind of broke it. So there's going to be a lot more work for those guys to do before they start replacing credit cards. Because this wasn't that big a deal. It's kind of big a deal for Ethereum and blockchain. But in the scope of how many transactions there are every day with a credit card, there's 5 or 10 years down the line before we could ever do that, if everybody decided to do it today, to replace credit cards with something like Ethereum. So just a kind of interesting story.
No doubt. I think with the credit cards, it's going to be more peer-to-peer. I mean, that's happening right now in a huge way. In China, it's already taken off. I mean, in China, you got Alibaba and Tencent own 90% of the market, and that's peer-to-peer. So, it's only a matter of when it's going to get here. I mean, it's so simple. Hit one phone, boom, boom, boom. Because you just heard me when I was talking about YouTube, what I realized, even for us on YouTube, it's 10 times easier. Do you know what I mean? You just go to YouTube, you subscribe, everything comes in like in 2 seconds, man. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Hey, so let me go back to this kitty thing. Now, they weren't really trading kitties, were they? That's just like a virtual kitty, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No cats were injured.
I know, when I saw it come up, I said, oh my God, I got it. Okay, I got it.
But you know how kids used to trade Pikachu cards, and it's the same kind of thing.
I got
it.
They're
buying and selling stuff.
Okay, cool, man.
It's just not real.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, yeah, that's where we're going pretty well. Yeah. Okay, Silicon Valley goes to China.
Yeah, this is kind of Silicon Valley got a fairly big black eye this week. Didn't get much actual press in the larger media, but in Silicon Valley media it did, and certainly did in Washington, D.C. a bit. And that was that there was some major groveling and we'll just do anything you want to the Chinese communists at one of their big conferences if we can get in and get your business and get into China. A lot of people were fairly incensed, and Apple was probably the worst offender, but they were all there doing it. The only people that didn't speak was Microsoft. They've kind of already made their deal with China, in which the Windows software, any of the other software that they sell, they'll give them the source code that they can look through and make sure there's no back doors that the CIA or NSA put in it.
Sure.
But the rest of the guys from Google, Apple was probably the worst about kind of patronizing what they would do to get into China. It didn't matter what.
Well, Google's not in China.
No, but they were there.
I'm just saying that they're not in China, period, though. So
right, they came and left, but they're wanting to come back. Same with Facebook. Everybody was there, so it's not like.
Well, listen, our large industrial companies gave up their soul years ago. We're talking tech, but the industrial companies, GE, they all gave up their soul years ago. So
no fight here on that. What it was, though, is kind of the glaring hypocrisy for what they say over here and what they're willing to do over there. Like I said, it didn't get much play in the broad market, but it got in the broad media, but it got a lot of play in Washington, D.C. and in Silicon Valley, too. And they've got some senators kind of nosing around in this business. So you always have to worry about what people will be forced to do politically in the future. But it was just, it's one of those things where you see the iceberg and you kind of wonder, just is there 90% that you're not seeing below? But certainly these guys are, the way I took it was that if they're going to see any kind of huge expansion in the next year, they're thinking it's coming from China. They don't think it's probably coming from this side of the pond.
Well, everyone we already have, everyone owns an Apple, right?
Right.
Everyone's going to own an Apple, owns an Apple, right?
Or Google or Microsoft or the rest. They're all just trying to, they're looking at that as the one big chance that they have to expand their business next year.
Yeah, the whole world is, right?
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 90, Nasdaq's up 25, S&Ps are up 9.5. Gold contract down 280 at 12.50. Silver up 4 cents at 15.85. Dave and I come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate your growling and prowling with you. We are talking tech out here, folks, as we do each and every Friday from 3:30 to 4. And we're talking Western Digital, Dave?
Yep. Western Digital basically has finally settled its lawsuits that go back with Toshiba's memory division. And this has been a big brouhaha because, of course, Western Digital knows that hard drives and storage are all going to be memory in the very near future. And they had this deal with Toshiba that, of course, all blew up because of the Westinghouse nuclear power plant deal. So Toshiba goes bankrupt. Western Digital vastly overplays its hands over the last 2 years, irritates the Japanese to the point that they don't want to have anything to do with Western Digital. And Western Digital keeps acting like they're Godzilla. They're just going to smash anybody that tells them no. They acted very petulant, got into a lot of problems that they should have never got into. And basically at the very end, they said, no, we're not going to let you bid on Toshiba. They finally made a deal where Toshiba will supply them the memory that they need. But
so
again,
did Western Digital sell their business to Toshiba, then Toshiba went bankrupt, and then Western Digital's trying to get it back? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. Western Digital had a deal with the memory division of Toshiba that was making memory for them so that they could make their own solid-state hard drives. And
I see. Okay.
Toshiba went bankrupt because of their bad deal with nuclear power plants.
Right.
And now suddenly this all blew up. And instead of making and being a nice person, they went over and acted like the angry American in Japan and told them that they just got it. And the Japanese politely nodded and went back and told them no. So it was one of these things where a little bit of culture, but a whole lot of chutzpah that got Western Digital in this problem to begin with.
But now they're going to get supplied, right?
They're going to get supplied, but here's the problem. They're going to play at least some kind of markup, and they're going to be in competition with companies like Micron and Intel and other companies that don't have to pay a markup to get memory to then start building their products.
Okay.
So they're not going to be the cheap end of the manufacturing scale. And that's always going to be a problem from then on. That's why they went to the mat trying to get Toshiba to own it themselves so that they'd always have first pick, make sure that they always had a decent supply and didn't have to pay a markup on the product. So this is going to be a bugaboo for them for a long time. Seagate already went out and bought their own memory company a while back. So this leaves Western Digital kind of odd man out. So you may, if you're talking about weak companies that have a lot of places where they could fail, Western Digital has a lot more than Seagate right at the moment.
Right. Wow. What's next? Let's see. What do you have there?
The one of the companies that wanted to compete against YouTube with Google went ahead and shut down this week. It was the only one that was really a company that was going to try to shut them down. Was going to try to compete with them. They just never could get past the might of Google and YouTube together. And that problem pretty much exists through the entire market.
Yeah.
The one thing that does look on the horizon like a competitor to YouTube is going to be coming from Amazon.
Okay.
It's going to be one of these companies. In fact, LinkedIn said it when they got bought by Microsoft, and that is, if you're not part of one of these big companies, you're just not going to be able to make it. And it looks to me like that's pretty much true. Just every kind of competitor that's come along has run into the wall of these giant companies, and on scale, they just can't compete, even if they're better. There were some very nice features in it. It's kind of like Snap going after Facebook. It's very tough to beat one of these entrenched large FANG companies today. The one thing that it kind of is interesting to me is that YouTube's, at least in the last 2 or 3 months, has treated its contributors fairly horribly. And that may open a big window for Amazon to come in
and what did they do?
Who's that?
What did YouTube do to their contributors?
Oh, they've demonetized a lot of the feeds depending on whatever they feel the wind, which way is the wind's blowing. So
well, that's a personal observation you're looking at then, right?
Well, I'll give you an example. One of the channels I love watching is all about electronics.
Yeah.
And this guy basically takes old products and tears them apart, looks at the designs of them.
Okay.
And some of his shows won't give him any money back because they've been demonetized because some kind of bizarre algorithm has decided that it may be obnoxious. Well, I don't know how you can make electronics that bad. He doesn't say anything and he doesn't do anything. But that's one of those things that's gone through the entire thing of YouTube. And a lot of these guys that don't have questionable content are just getting their salaries cut on a monthly basis. And it takes 3 or 4 or 5 days for them to get the money turned back on. They never get that cash back. And so a lot of the bigger channels are kind of looking at Amazon as an option to go to as Google continues to not act in the best interests of its contributors. So I think
I gotta find out how that works, because I mean we don't get paid by YouTube. We send a huge amount of
But you could set it up as you do, and you would select how many ads you want that they could play inside.
Yeah, so I think that's where the problem has come, isn't it? The problem has come that they having a hard time controlling the amount of ads and what ads are going on those programs, right?
Right, and then they set up these algorithms, and these algorithms just blindly go around and turn off contributors, right? But some of these things, what they've done is made this algorithm and then no way to fix it when things go wrong.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's not like you fix it in an hour. And if you put up a new video, especially a lot of these guys will put up a new video, in the first 2 or 3 days, they'll get 90% of the views that they'll ever get.
Right.
And suddenly they didn't make a dime that week. And that's why they're really kind of ticked off. And a lot of these guys would jump ship fairly quickly to Amazon if they don't get this hooked up or cleaned up in a fast way. And
don't you think more than likely that everyone's going to be everywhere? I mean, why would you just be on one station?
Because you can get some fairly decent money from YouTube. It's the only platform that has decent ad money back to you for placing those ads on your content. Like I said, these other companies, without having Google and search and the rest of them, they can't offer the money that YouTube makes. But sometimes you get absolutely nothing with YouTube. And that is the decision that these contributors that have channels that put on new content every week. Some of these guys actually have some fairly large budgets in the millions of dollars a year to make content and put that content out on a weekly or daily basis on YouTube. So
stay right there, folks. Stay right there. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 94. Nasdaq's up 23. S&P's up 10. Dave and I are going to be coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Basil Chapman will be hosting a full-day Master Trader class Friday, December 8th from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. This live 7.5-hour online class will teach you the complete concepts of Basil's Chapman Wave trading methodology, along with a variety of indicators and charting patterns that Basil uses on a daily basis, including the concept of higher peaks and lower troughs, the importance of the peak D, buy and sell modes, sustaining rallies and declines, MACD, stochastic, moving averages, on-balance volume, and much more. Everyone that attends will also receive Basil's CD book introducing the Chapman Wave methodology, a $249 value, along with 1 month of his daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, a $128 value. Basil will be using live charts where and when possible in the webinar to show the concepts of his trading methodology, which works on all time frames. For all the details and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow's up 97, Nasdaq's up 24, S&Ps are up 10. Talking with our man, Mr. Dave White, we're talking technology, and now we're going to be talking the king of software, Microsoft. Windows everywhere, Dave.
It's everywhere. No, the thing that I find interesting is I've now heard that PCs are dead 10 times since 1983.
Yeah. And they're not. I just bought another one 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of one. You're sitting in front of one. Everybody probably listening.
And Cortina, hey, listen, the new ones, folks. So you bought it. I bring it up, Dave, right? And Cortina's talking to me. He says, do you want to talk to me? I will set everything up for you. So it was like, wow. Okay. And it worked. It worked.
Oh, it does. It works very well. It's kind of interesting, but if people are just listening, they now have 600 million activated devices running on Windows 10. And somehow a lot of people think that's a failure. I know it's probably not a billion users for Facebook. And that seems like now, once you set a target like that to 1 billion or 1.5 billion people. Everybody, if you don't have 1 billion, you're just nobody anymore, like Google or Facebook. But 600 million is still a considerably nice product.
Yep.
And that's just on Windows 10. They've got another 400, 500 million people still on older versions of what they do.
And that's not their subscriptions for, the software which we have. I mean, there's ancillary
Microsoft
products that you're buying all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft Office, all the Windows database
spreadsheets. Yeah, right.
So they've got everything. In fact, they had a pretty neat thing out this week that is a demo, which is a whiteboard, which I'm playing with to see whether or not I can just draw on charts during my show. But
cool.
It's kind of interesting. But a lot of new cool stuff out. And, of course, what we're going to see early next year are a lot of new low-end PCs that are going to be coming out. We'll talk about that next week.
It's a beautiful thing. Dave, thanks so much for the update. Really appreciate it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is inside. Full of plastic, folks. Hopefully speaking right back here, 9 o'clock, Monday morning. Wow! Look at them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.